Let's now shift our attention over to India and China. As tensions continue to rise on the line of actual control, the Chinese embassy has made tall claims suggesting that India grossly violated their territorial sovereignty. India had warned China that altering the status quo will have its consequences, but China continued with its military provocations. The Chinese embassy claims that Indian troops were spotted at the southern bank of the Pangong Tso Lake and near the Rekin Pass. The Indian Army undertook measures to strengthen their positions and thwart Chinese intentions. Sources in the Indian government have said that there was no physical clash between the forces of the two nations. They say that the PLA troops had planned to occupy areas located on the southern bank of the Pangong Tso Lake in an operation which was launched around midnight on August 29. As per the sources, more than 100 Chinese men were a part of the operation. The Indian side benefited from their position on a higher altitude and were able to deter the occupation attempt. And so the sources have once again reiterated that not even an inch of territory will be ceded to the Chinese. Talks between both the sides were held for over 5 hours on Monday, but remained inconclusive. Meanwhile, the Chinese Foreign Ministry maintains that Chinese troops never crossed the line of actual control. Instead, have alleged Indian troops of intrusion.
70-odd years since the founding of New China, China never provoked any war or conflict and never occupied an inch of other countries' territory. China border troops always strictly abide by the LAC and never cross the line. Perhaps there are some communication issues. I think both sides should stick to facts and have goodwill in maintaining the overall bilateral relations and take concrete measures to jointly safeguard peace, tranquility along the border.
Now let's understand what exactly unfolded in the region. The Pangong Lake area is controlled by both India and China. The finger area of Pangong Tso is made up of spurs that rise along the bank of the lake. The presence of the Chinese army continues from Finger 4 to Finger 8. The latest confrontation took place on the southern bank of the Pangong Lake. The incidents took place overnight between August 29 and 30th, according to a statement by the army. And according to government sources, the intent was to unilaterally occupy areas and alter the status quo. The major flare-up in Ladakh takes place as PLA troops have taken position deep into Indian-claimed territory. At a feature known as Finger 4, cutting off over 50 square kilometers of land that was earlier being patrolled by both sides. Indian and Chinese troops have been engaged in a bitter standoff in several areas along the line of actual control. Now, the formal process of disengagement of troops began on July 6th. For more details, let's quickly go across to WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, who's joining us live for more. Siddhant, now the fresh incident this weekend makes it evident that China is not limiting its presence to its old flashpoints, but has rather created a new one in the southern bank of Pangong Tso Lake. How challenging is the current standoff, considering multiple rounds of military commander level talks have happened in the past, but not yielded any concrete resolution?
Well, Akanksha, the situation remains precarious and, to use the phrase, dangerous as well, given the fact that the Chinese response has been very aggressive. There have been 4 statements by the Chinese, 2 statements by the Chinese Foreign Ministry in last 24 hours, 1 by the Chinese military and 1, of course, by the Chinese embassy here in Delhi. Of course, there are talks happening. Talks happened yesterday as well, and today they are underway. But the outcome of these talks, yesterday's talks, were without any outcome. And of course, both sides are coming with comments, which of course focuses on disengagement, but how will the disengagement happen given the fact that the Chinese have been trying to encroach on new locations? We know over the weekend the incident which has happened. Now, of course, the Indian side is present on the southern bank of Pangong Lake. The Chinese are saying that this is an area that they claim, and of course right now the Chinese are present and consolidating their position on the northern bank of the Pangong Lake from finger 4 to finger 8. Tomorrow, of course, next 3 days will be important given the fact that the Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is travelling to Moscow for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defence Ministers meeting, and for the first time he will be face to face with the Chinese Defence Minister. As of now, there is no confirmation of any meeting, and it is not expected as well that the meeting will happen given the fact that the Chinese side is not backing down and has been aggressive. So by and large the situation remains dangerous and cautious, but the Indian side of course has been saying that it's up to the Chinese given the fact that they have crossed the line of actual control.
Absolutely, and we'll have to wait and watch what sort of role Moscow plays in this entire picture. Thank you so much for now, Siddhant Sibal, for bringing us all those inputs.